director with Tupperware and also a farmer, so please excuse my look. I just got in from feeding the pigs and it's time to make dinner again. Story of my life. I'm going to be making some sort of chicken taco thing. Haven't really decided, kind of fajita taco. If you watched my videos before, you know I kind of just slap stuff together and make it work. So, I was actually kind of surprised. I pulled my produce out of my fridge mark containers. They've been in here for 4 weeks, so I'm always skeptical. I'm a big skeptic. They're perfect. I have Roma tomatoes and my red peppers were in there as well. I have my chicken. It's partially thawed here. And I'm going to use just rice-a-roni because why not? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my vegetables all cut. Show you the stack cooker real quick. This is how I'm gonna cook my dinner tonight. There will be the rice on the bottom, the chicken in the middle, and I may or may not make a dessert on top. I'm undecided at the moment. I do have blueberries. I could make a crumble. So the stack cooker is pretty awesome. It comes with a little cone as well, and this thing is amazing for making cakes. So you have a strainer piece. You can see the little holes in the bottom, and that fits into the smaller casserole. So when you're browning hamburger or sausage or any of those things, all of the grease drips right through, which is really, really nice. You don't have any of that in your food. And then this sits inside of the bigger casserole. So I'm gonna add I put the rice in here already. I didn't put the seasoning in it yet, or the water. So I'm gonna slice up my tomatoes. I think just the tomatoes are gonna go in the rice. So I want big, kind of chunky tomatoes in there. So I'm just gonna slice this real quick. I'm using one of the knives that are on sale right now. I actually earned these back in February, I believe, February or March. I earned this set of knives and they are amazing. They are so nice. I don't know if you can see the little, the forged hammered steel. The tang goes all the way back. So if you're familiar with knives and good knives, you know that you want this to be one continuous piece of steel to make it a really good, well-weighted knife that is gonna last forever. So, cut these down a little bit more. Just reach over here and toss them in with my rice. I think I'm gonna put them both in there. So it was the skeptic in me that I cut the ends of the tomatoes and the peppers off because I wasn't sure if they were still gonna be good. But they surprised me. Every single one was good. More of these smaller, and then the tomato is done. And then almost done here. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So tomato, I'm gonna grab a paper towel real fast. Just to kind of sop up my tomato juice so I don't make a mess. All right. All right, so that's all I'm putting in with the rice right now. I will add the seasoning and water in a little bit, but I'm gonna just slice up my onion here. And because I'm kind of going a fajita style taco, I'm just gonna make these into little slices. At least that's what I think I'm making with it. I could change my mind at any minute because that's what I do. I am temporarily going to set these in the lid because I am undecided where I want to cook them yet. But I think they're going in with the chicken. But just in case, this is where they're going. And I've got red peppers and purple peppers here. And because they were in my fridge for so long, I kind of just pulled it all out because, you know, we all have good intentions when we go grocery shopping and we buy all our veggies, but then they just sit around forever and don't get eaten. At least in my house, that's how it works. And I mean, it's already been 4 weeks that these have been in here. I don't know that they would last another 4. If they did, I would be absolutely amazed. But they smell delicious. But I figure I better use them up. And most of my veggies I actually get at the local farm stand. So they're super fresh when I get them, which does help them last a little bit longer. But even my grocery store produce lasts. I had strawberries that I literally kept for 5 weeks, and they were still really good. I ate them with my granddaughter. A good bunch of veggies here. All right, and that should do that. So I'm gonna cut the chicken next. I'm gonna set this aside, not too far aside. So when I do my chicken, I'm actually going to leave this out from under this strainer because I want all the juices and spices to blend down into my rice. So we're gonna set that right there. We're gonna get our chicken out, and I'm just gonna do little strips. It's still partially frozen, and that's okay. And I'm using the utility knife right now because my chef's knife is dirty at the moment. As it usually is. It's a pretty wide chicken breast, so I'm just going to slice it in half again. Those are probably okay. And I think I have 3 of them here, which is kind of a lot for what I'm doing, but there's also a lot of veggies, so I think I might have some leftovers when I'm done. So once I get all this stuff in my stack cooker, I'm gonna put it in the microwave for about 15 minutes. It might take a little bit longer because my chicken is frozen, but 15 minutes is usually, 15 to 20 is what I cook anything in my stack cooker for. When I make a cake, where is my little cone? So I put this little cone in the big casserole right in the center, mix up my cake mix, put it in there, throw it in the microwave, no lid, and it's about 9 minutes and you have an amazing cake. Super moist, super delicious. I didn't believe in microwave cooking before Tupperware. I really didn't. It kind of grossed me out. But Tupperware has changed that for me. And now I would say at least half of what I cook is done in the microwave. Before it was just reheating. I wouldn't cook eggs. Eggs I'll cook in the microwave now. I'll do baked potatoes. I'll do just about anything. Make meatloaf, cake. It all goes in there. So I'm going to I'm going to go wash my hands real fast. Just bear with me a second. Okay, I'm just going to grab a bowl so I can mix the seasoning on the chicken. This one should be about the right size. And then I don't have to wash my hands again, but I couldn't reach up there without it. So, okay. So I also discovered I am out of taco seasoning, so I'm just kind of mixing together my own right now. And these are our spice shakers, which I absolutely love. This one doesn't want to open. They'll keep your spices fresh forever. All right, so we got some chipotle, some garlic powder, some Cajun seasoning. I'm just going for it. And then I am just going to mix this up by hand because that's how I do it in my house. Lost a piece. I just want to make sure there's some seasoning on every piece. Get everything separated. All right, so I'm gonna wash. I am going to set. I'm gonna set this inside the other one so I can dump this in here. And then I'm gonna go wash my hands one more time. I will be right back. Let me spread this out so it's done. Let's get a nice even. It's pretty full, so this is probably gonna be a 20-minute dinner. And apparently I left my water over there, so that's good. All right, so I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of my way. I'm done with the cutting board, I'm done with my freezer container, I'm done with my knife, and I'm done with my fridge smarts. So those are all going to the sink. Be right back. All right, so I'm going to just add the seasoning packets. Get my kitchen shears. These are the best kitchen shears I have ever owned. I actually have 3 pairs of them that kind of float around in here. I love them. Sprinkle that in there. And then the box is 2 1/4 cups because I'm doing the juices from the chicken to float down in there as well. I'm just going to do just shy of 2 cups. And plus I added tomatoes and all the juices from the onions, so it should balance out pretty appropriately. Just gonna mix it up here. This is another thing. I am super picky about my cooking utensils, my spatulas, all that stuff. Especially my like everyday mixing or cooking spoon, serving spoon, whatever you call it. This has become my favorite, and I was afraid to try it because I didn't think I'd like it. Like I said, I'm a skeptic. All right, so I'm just gonna set that on the box over here. I'm gonna set my chicken on top of that rice, and then I am going to, I think I'm gonna leave these out for a little bit. I'm just gonna put them in here because 20 minutes I think is too long to cook those for. So we are going to just put this in the microwave for, I'll probably do 15 minutes, and then I'll add the onions and peppers on top of the chicken, give everything a good stir, and put it back in for the last 5. And everything should be perfect. I have tortillas, I have sour cream, I shredded extra cheese the other day when I was making dinner. So I have that, and I should be good to go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.